National Guard storms. LA explodes. National Guard storms. Streets as ICE rioters go wild. President Trump has activated 2,000 National Guard troops and deployed federal agents across Los Angeles County after violent anti-ICE protests spiraled into total mayhem. Rioters blocked freeways, torched cars, and launched fireworks and bottles at law enforcement. Downtown LA and Paramount turned into battlegrounds, forcing tear gas, flashbangs, and mass arrests. Border Czar Tom Homan labeled the chaos an organized insurrection, blaming local leaders for encouraging the violence. ICE officials report a 413% spike in attacks on agents as threats continue to surge. Meanwhile, Governor Newsom blasted the federal response as political theater, while Trump declared, "We will take our streets back." Federal agents now line the streets as tensions grow by the hour. LA explodes.
Yeah. Call you later. Good morning. Yeah. Call you later. Good morning. Yeah. Call you later. Good morning.
It won't be long before they open up and start shooting down people with real bullets. All right. Jacob's trouble.
I'm sure you mama storm. I can see the past. The baller. Work on the baller.
Revelation chapter 12, verses 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Okay? So Esau, Edom, is waging war with the tribes now, all right, with the northern kingdom tribes of Israel, the Native Americans over there in Mexico and over there in, in off the west, in the west, okay, Texas, right? We see that happening right now as we speak. Okay, the Lord is bringing forth judgment, okay, against these tribes, and it will soon come to the so-called Negroes as well. All right, so that's a warning to you Negroes out there that this is coming to you, because they putting policy, they coming forth with legislation and policies, all right, that is gonna put us all in bondage. Okay. All right. So they are bringing forth their draconian laws, all right, their unrighteous decrees against Jacob, all right, the 12 tribes of Israel, all right, the Negroes, Native Americans, and Hispanics, all right, of the tribes, all right. Okay, let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 33. We read this all the time, but it's important to understand uh, who the Lord is dealing with, and you can identify based on the scriptures. That's what we do here, all right. As Hebrew Israelites, we tie the scriptures with what's going on in the world. Okay, we filter everything through the scriptures. Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go. Now the whole world is in an uproar, and the Lord said it will be a time period when the whole world will be in an uproar. All right, that would mark a time period when the end would be near. All right, let's go to 2nd Esdras 9. All right, let's read that. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world has a beginning and end, and the end is manifest. Okay, so the end is manifesting before our eyes. Okay, the Lord said that they will come against the children of Israel. The Lord is showing you who the children of Israel are. Okay, the people of the Americas, the seed of Israel is in the Americas. For all you black only Israelites out there, y'all, the Yah Israelites that believe that it's just all of us were just black. Okay, no, it is a seed line of the fathers. When the black so-called Negro lays down with a woman of the other nations, they still can produce a son, an Israelite. But it all depends on the Lord whether or not he's going to raise him up or not, resurrect him, give him this knowledge and understanding, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to come into this truth. But that is already written. Okay, the 144,000, the elect of Israel, is going to be quickened in the spirit, and they're going to come into this thing. All right, so it's not up to us, it's up to the Lord. Okay, that's what it is. So anyway, all right, all hell is breaking out in California, and he's already laid the blueprint for the new world order. Okay, a police state. All right, they're falling prey and victim into the hands of Esau, Edom. All right, they are following the playbook, Order of Chaos, in which they're causing the chaos. They're going to bring forth the chaos, and then they're going to bring forth the order, because their ultimate goal is to have everybody implanted with a digital device, okay, under their skin, the RFID microchip chip. Okay, that's their ultimate goal. But they are also going to bring forth legislation to bring forth martial law and to rescind the Constitution. All right, so that they can commence to bringing in a totalitarian rule of police state. All right, that is the goal of these so-called Edomites. All right, a one world government, All right. Okay, so they're falling into the hands of the playbook. Okay, these Israelites, Northern Kingdom Israelites, these Issachar, the Mexicans, all of that. They're throwing rocks, stones, uh, bottles at the police cars and all that. Okay, and Trump has already stated he gonna have the Marines come in also. Okay, so we're getting to that point where great tribulation and all out hell is going to be brought forth, but it's all this is all staged so that they can get what they want. Okay, they are the devil. Okay, the Edomites are more subtle than any beast in the field. Okay, all right, in other words, amongst the nations, all right, the Lord put the spirit on them to be the most cunning, and that same spirit was in the garden. Okay, the most cunning. All right, so they're being set up to so that these legislation can be brought forth. All right, that's going to bring forth the end of America as we know it. Okay, and right behind it, the end of Babylon the Great and the subsequent nations, and the kingdom of heaven will be coming in. All right, because they're going to come after everyone. They have the database now that they're working on. I think it's called Palantir. I forgot what they call it. Salakia. All right, if I find it, I'll put it in the video. But anyway, they're coming up with a database to pretty much quantify and put everybody, categorize everybody into a database to find out what you're saying on social media, all of that. So they're going to be they're going to round people up, okay, for statements that they made and all of that. So the ministry will end. All right, the ministry, the Hebrew Israelites will end. All right.
Change the world without.
Trump is building a database to spy on every single American, and he tapped Palantir to do it. Trump is building a database to spy on every single American, and he tapped Palantir to do it. A CIA-funded tech company co-founded by tech billionaire and Republican donor Peter Thiel. In 2010, Thiel shared his real motivations out loud.
We could never win an election because we were in such a small minority, but maybe you could actually unilaterally change the world without having to constantly convince people and beg people and plead with people who are never going to agree with you through a technological means.
Thiel knows his ideology could never win an election because he's skeptical of democracy, believes women shouldn't vote, wrote a book criticizing multiculturalism and diversity, and has defended. What he's arguing is that technology can bypass the need for majority support. That tech is Palantir. The perfect opportunity for Thiel to enact his plan came when Trump enlisted Palantir to build the most expansive surveillance infrastructure in U.S. history. It would integrate sensitive records from all government agencies and use AI to profile behavior and identify individuals deemed risky by the system, giving the government more power than ever. The Trump admin claims more data could help them improve public safety and detect fraud, but we all know that's not what would happen. Former Palantir employees have warned that a centralized system like that could be used to surveil, target, and silence anyone the government disagrees with. It could also be used to influence public opinion. Remember Cambridge Analytica, the company that used data to build psychological profiles on Americans so they could manipulate their voting behavior during the 2016 election? Yeah, it would be like that, but on an even bigger scale. Even MAGA feels betrayed by this move. Nick Fuentes, a far-right Trump supporter, said, seriously, if Palantir isn't the deep state, then what is? We have to come together to stop this drastic expansion of government control and power. Trump is building a database to spy on every single American, and he...
Okay. Psalms 49 and 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So they were given the gift of the sword. All right. They're holding back now. Okay. They making it seem like, these Israelites, these Northern Kingdom, men and women throwing bottles in New York City. They're painting up statues and all of that. See, all of that is so that they can come forth with the big guns, okay? All right? They can come forth with legislation, all right, to put you down, okay? Because the Lord said there's going to be a great slaughter, okay? You have to understand that. That's the reason why we're telling you this, because the Lord has said there will be a great slaughter. Okay. All right. Okay. There's going to be a final judgment. All right. It's going to be plenty of deaths. All right. All right. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. That's talking about the Edomites. All right. The so-called white man believes he's going to rule forever. He is the devil. And their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names, because when they conquered the lands, they called the lands after their or were the original people. Were those people? Okay. Okay. France is the French. They're Edomites. Okay. Okay. Australian Edomites. Okay. They took over that land, conquered it. Okay. They still own most of the land there. Okay. Even though the South Africans came over here, they do own most of the land in South Africa. Okay. All right. So what you have to understand about the devil is he don't want to be at the bottom. Okay. That's what this is all about. He does not. He has a fear of being at the bottom. Okay. Being replaced as the ruling class people in the world. And they would rather kill everybody than to allow that to happen. You have to understand that. All right. So that's why this is happening. And the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai warned us of this. Okay. All right. So the prophecies are coming to pass. All right. And they're no longer being prolonged. Okay. Ezekiel 12:22. Son of man, what is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying the days are prolonged and every vision faileth? You know, that's what you Negroes and Native Americans and all of that say. You know, and people of the world, that, you know, the Bible, you know, you've been saying that forever, that, you know, things are going to happen or whatever. Well, they're happening, okay? Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make Salakia. I don't know what happened there. All right, okay. Let me go back. Yeah, it's 22. Yeah, verse 23 again. Ezekiel 12:23. Tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel. But say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, Yahweh, in capital letters. All right. I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass. It shall be no more prolonged in your days, O rebellious house, all you scoffers out there. Will I say the word and will perform it, saith the Lord power. Okay. So what you have to understand is the Lord is bringing forth these prophecies. All right. Left and right. Okay. World War III is approaching. All right. We got civil unrest in America, Babylon the Great. Okay. We have the promotion of, I have a video where this guy's promoting the brain chip, a so-called Negro, okay, is promoting the brain chip. I guess I'll release that later. He's promoting Elon Musk's brain chip, saying he took it. All right, he took it. I don't believe he took it. I think it's a promotion, but you know, nevertheless, everything is going forward. You know, all the prophecies are spewing forth. All right, all right. So they're bringing forth these draconian laws left and right, okay, to make America white again, all right, because they fear that they will be replaced as the ruling class people. But that's the will of the Heavenly Father. They are going to be replaced as the ruling class people, okay. The Negroes, Native Americans, Hispanics are going to replace them as the ruling class people. but it's going to come at the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, so um, let's read Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees. That's what's going to come down the pipe. It's going to get very, very rough out here. Okay, they're cutting all the countries off from coming into America. A lot of African countries, Cuba, uh, all the colored people countries, they're cutting off, but they're bringing in the South African whites. Okay, you got to understand that that's their mind frame. Okay, that they believe they're going to be replaced, and they are going to be replaced, but it's going to come at the hand of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the Lord is going to have to root them out of this through World War III. Okay, they're going to have to be bombed out of this. That's the will of the Heavenly Father. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Okay, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor. That's what's happening now of my people, that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless. Oh, last administration with Biden, you can come on over here. Okay, we got you some food to eat. You know, we got all these provisions for you, and then when Trump came in, they snatched it away. All right. All right, they wrote unrighteous decrees. And what will ye do in the day of visitation? That's what the Lord is saying to Esau, Edom, so-called white people. All right, that's ruling. And in the desolation which shall come from afar. See, the Lord is prophesying through Isaiah, telling you it's going to be a desolation that's going to come from afar because of this, because of their ways. Okay, to whom will ye flee for help, and where will ye leave your glory? You see that? Because the Lord is going to bring forth a heavy, heavy destruction. Okay? Okay? All right. Let's go down to verse 5. O Assyrian is talking about Esau, Edom in this time. The Edomites, so-called white man. The rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. That's what's coming down on these northern kingdom tribes. Okay, these so-called Hispanics. All right. Assyrian, the rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against a hypocritical nation, and which is Israel, you Israelites that don't turn to the Lord, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge. That's what the Lord is allowing this to happen, to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Okay. All right. So that's the will of the Heavenly Father. All right. To bring forth this judgment against Israel, and it's going to come against Judah and the Negro tribes as well. Okay, it's going to come again. They're going to come up with the draconian laws and measures to make it hard, because when they put this database together, they're going to be able to find out everybody that's speaking against the government. All right, they're going to know all the social media outlets. You understand? And they're going to be rounding people up. Ezekiel 7 and verses 1, I always read this. Moreover, the word of the Lord came unto me, saying also, the Son of Man, thou Son of Man, thus saith the Lord, power unto the land of Israel, and the end is come upon the four corners of the land. Now is the end come upon thee, and I will send mine anger upon thee, and will judge thee according to thy ways, and will recompense upon thee all thine abominations. And mine eye shall not spare thee, neither will I have pity, but I will recompense thy ways upon thee, and thine abomination shall be in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come, and end is come, the end is come, it watches for thee, behold, it come. And that's where we're at now. Okay. All right. All right, a time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, the children, the seed line of the children of Israel are in trouble. Okay, if you can understand that. And yes, this has happened before. The Lord has bring a judgment on us before several times. Okay, all right, but there will be a final judgment. Okay, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay, because a lot of us going to be put into prisons. They getting these prisons ready right now. You have to understand that's their will, their goal is in his mind. This cruel Lord, and which is Trump. He wants to root out anybody who stands to against him. Okay, all right, that's his mindset. He wants to be like a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. Okay. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. All right. So the tribes of Israel, all right, the elect of Israel will be saved out of it, because it's gonna get bad. Okay. This thing is gonna increase because we're here now. Okay. For all y'all out there, all right. There's no good times coming. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off his neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. Okay? Okay, because the Lord is going to anoint his servants, all right? And spiritual power is going to be endowed in them, okay? As in the days of old. That's the only way that we're going to survive what's coming. Okay. Ezekiel, let's see what chapter this is. 21:9 tells us about this slaughter the Lord has prepared. It's Ezekiel 21:9. Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sore slaughter. It is furbished that it may glitter. Should we then make mirth? Okay, go out here and party it up. Okay, it contempteth the rod of my son as every tree, and he has given it to be furbished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. And today's modern day slayer, all right, the master of warfare is Esau, Edom. All right, these so-called white people. All right, the Lord has given them the gift of the sword. They have mastered this sword. All right. Okay. If you watch these Ukraine war videos, these men are in these little they dig out trenches, right? And they are afraid to come out. Are they afraid because of men out there going to shoot them? No, they're afraid because there's drones flying around with missiles on them, guns on them. All right, that's what's coming. You got to understand that Esau, Edom is just playing around with the people now. They got weaponry that is beyond what we even know. Okay, I mean superior weaponry that is unbelievable. All right, that's yet to be unleashed, and the Lord is saying that there's going to be a sore slaughter here. All right, it's going to be the sword is going to be given into the hand of the slayer, which is Esau, Edom. Cry. Let's continue reading. Cry and howl, son of man, for it shall be upon my people. He's saying it's going to be upon the Israelite. It shall be upon all the princes of Israel. All right, you young niggas and all. Right. Terrors by reasons of the sword shall be upon my people. Smite therefore upon thy thigh, because it's a trial. The Lord going to try us. All right. If the sword contempteth even the rod, it shall be no more, saith the Lord power. Thou therefore, son of man, prophesy and smite thy hands together, and let the sword be doubled a third time. The sword of the slain, it is the sword of the great men that are slain, which enter into the privy chambers. I have set the point of the sword against all their gates, that their heart may faint, and their ruins be multiplied. Ah, it is made bright, it is wrapped up for the slaughter. Jeremiah 3 and verses 6. The Lord said also unto me in the days of Josiah the king, Hast thou seen that which backsliding Israel has done? She has gone up upon every high mountain and under every green tree, and there has played the harlot. And I said, after she had done all these things, Turn thou unto me, but she returned not. And her treacherous sister Judah saw it. And I saw when, for all the causes whereby backsliding Israel committed adultery, I had put her away and given her a bill of divorce. Yet her treacherous sister Judah feared not, but went and played the harlot also. And it came to pass through the lightness of her whoredom that she defiled the land and committed adultery with stones and stocks. And yet for all this her treacherous sister Judah has not turned unto me with her whole heart, but feignedly, saith the Lord. So Judah and Israel and Judah, okay, Israel, the northern kingdom, these are so-called Native Americans, these Hispanics, tribes that are being judged right now, are being judged of the Lord, okay? Let's read on. And the Lord said unto me, the backsliding Israel has justified herself more than treacherous Judah. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, Return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord. Okay, so Israel and Judah both turned to idol worship, and to this very day, it's the same thing. All right, so the Lord has to bring forth the curses upon Israel as written. All right, you can learn about that in in Exodus, the 20th chapter. Okay, the first verse on down tells you, all right, not to worship other gods before me, and he said that he would bring forth judgment upon the children into the third and fourth generation that hate him. As a matter of fact, let me just go ahead and read it. Exodus 20 and 1. And the Most High spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy power, Yahweh thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. And that will be Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. All right, and this is what has happened to this very day. So the Lord has to bring judgment. He has to make good on his word. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them, for the Lord thy power and a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children, until the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. And that is what is happening now. All right. So let's go back to Jeremiah 3. All right. All right, let's go to verse 12. Go and proclaim these words toward the north, and say, Return, thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you, for I am merciful, saith the Lord, and I will not keep anger forever. Only acknowledge thine iniquity, that thou hast transgressed against the Lord thy power, and hast scattered thy ways to the strangers under every green tree, and ye have not obeyed my voice, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, for I am married unto you. Okay, he's married unto the Israelites. Okay, And I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So what you have to understand is the Lord has sent forth his men to teach Israel. They're out on the highways and byways, okay, prophesying and bringing out this testimony in the earth, okay, all right. And these northern kingdom Israelites and Judah both walked by the camps and have rejected it. So what is the Lord supposed to do? All right, he sent forth the sword of the Lord against them, and that is what is happening. And as you should know, Esau Edom is the sword of the Lord. Okay, he is that's the sword to bring forth judgment against Israel, and that's at Psalms 17 and 13. We'll read that real quick. Yeah, this is King David here. All right, Psalm 17 and 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked is known as Esau, Edom. That's the sword of the Lord. Okay. All right. And they have been blessed with the sword. Okay. The sword of warfare. All right. So we have to repent and turn to the Lord. Okay. Turn back to the Most High. All right. To prevent judgment from coming upon us. And I always read this, Isaiah 55 and 6. Seek ye the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts, and let him return unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua, and he will have mercy upon him and to our power, for he will abundantly pardon. So we have to return to the Lord for the sins of our forefathers, and for our wickedness turning to idol worship. Okay, all right, because he is continuing to judge us for that. All right, to the third and fourth generation that hate him. With that, I say all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rikakwadash. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, and double honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Shalom.